An outlawed radical Islamist party has managed to bend the government of Pakistan with days-long protests, violence, threats. Now the Pakistani government has signed an agreement with the hardline Islamist group in return of an end to the ongoing violent protests, and the leaders have termed it as a peace agreement. Questions have now emerged if this group will be legitimized. Let's begin from the start. Thousands of supporters of the outlawed Tehreek-e-Labbaik Pakistan party started protesting on 22nd of October. They held marches from Lahore towards the capital Islamabad, demanding the expulsion of the French envoy to Pakistan over the publication of caricatures of Islam's Prophet Muhammad in France. Violent confrontations between rally-goers and police left at least 7 police officers, 4 demonstrators dead. This violence erupted a day after the Imran Khan government refused to accept their demands to close the French embassy and expel the French envoy. 2 weeks on, the protests have ended and the government of Pakistan has shaken hands with this group. And no one knows what is on the agreement paper. Neither Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi nor religious leader Munibur Rahman gave any details of the agreement at a news conference at the capital. But they have called it a victory for Pakistan and Islam.
After detailed talks in an atmosphere of mutual understanding, the agreement between the government of Pakistan and the Tehreek-e-Labbaik Pakistan has been reached. I want to make a request to the whole nation. This agreement is not a victory or defeat for anyone. This is a victory for Pakistan. This is a victory for Islam. This is a victory for patriotism. And this is a victory of integrity and protection of human lives.
Besides the expulsion of the French ambassador, the outlawed party was also pressing for the release of its leader, Saad Rizvi, who was arrested last year for inciting supporters for anti-France protests. Rizvi's party gained prominence in Pakistan's 2018 election by campaigning on the single issue of defending the country's blasphemy law, which calls for the death penalty for anyone who insults Islam. Last year, Rizvi's party started demanding the expulsion of the French envoy in October, after French President Emmanuel Macron tried to defend the caricatures of Prophet Muhammad as freedom of expression. Macron's comments came after a young Muslim beheaded a French school teacher who had shown the caricatures in the class. The images were republished by the satirical magazine Charlie Hebdo to mark the ongoing opening of the trial over the deadly 2015 attack against the publication of the original caricatures. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.